I see. Right until the very end, I've read this whole thing terribly wrong. All my hopes have fallen to ash. It's all up to you now, Edelgard. I hope you really do make the world better.
Everybody, raise your voices in a victory cheer. Deirdre is ours.
Wow, Yuri was MVP. Anyway, hello everybody. As you noticed, I just killed Claude. Doesn't really matter. I spared him. He left and never returned.
My thank you so much.
No need to have loose ends.
Deirdre is ours. The Alliance has collapsed and their leader has fallen.
Did we really have to kill him?
If Claude had lived, the faction of the Alliance that is against the Empire would never have stopped fighting us. To keep the bloodshed to a minimum, he had to be taken out of the equation. However, now that it's over, I can't help but wonder if he was in complete control of that entire situation. What will become of the Alliance without him? He must have taken that into account. Without the rule of House Regan, and with most of that territory left unscathed, the Alliance will undoubtedly ally itself with the Empire. The citizens' lives will be saved from ruin, and no more blood will be shed. Perhaps that's what he wanted from the start.
Well, that sounds like Claude.
Of course, if his plan here in Deirdre had worked and I had lost my life, the opposite would have come to pass. The Empire would have rushed to the Alliance without further conflict. No matter how the battle unfolded, Claude secured the shortest, most peaceful outcome possible.
Lady Edelgard, Deirdre is now completely under our control. As planned, the Alliance's affairs will now be overseen by Count Burghley's.
My father is coming here? First west, then east. You sure keep him busy.
Should the others return to the monastery and prepare to face the kingdom?
Yes, thank you, Hubert. Thanks to all of your efforts, our battle with the Alliance has reached its conclusion. However, we still can't afford to be careless. We must now join the battle against the kingdom. With the strength of the Church on their side, they will prove to be a formidable enemy. More than ever, your support is invaluable. We'll need it in the days to come. But for now, let's enjoy our triumphant return.
Let's get to it!
I'm so happy that the end of the fighting is near. Too bad there's still more violence to come.
The Kingdom and the Church of Seiros are worthy for fighting. I will crush them into very small pieces.
Yes, you will, Petra.
Crushing wouldn't yield a lot of pieces, but I guess it would get the job done. With the Professor, we can't lose. Probably.
Huh.
No. Are we fighting Lady Rhea? But she's scary, and she'll be really angry. But no way she can stay in her spooky beast form all the time, right? If she could, she would have come and attacked the monastery as many times as she wanted.
It may be wishful thinking, but perhaps it is a power that she can only access when the situation is dire. But whether she is the Archbishop or the Immaculate One, we cannot be stopped. Half remains, but half is finished. We are certainly moving forward.
No one can stop us from pushing forward. No one.
Part 2. Crimson Flower. Pegasus Moon. Tempest of Swords and Shields. With Deirdre under Imperial control, the Leicester Alliance ceases to exist, and its remaining lords ally themselves with the Empire. The Black Eagle Strike Force, having now conquered all of Eastern Fodlan, confidently moves to invade the kingdom.
Looks like we got a couple of greens.
And that
West.
concludes Count Burgley's report. Just as your majesty predicted, the Old Alliance has willingly fallen under Imperial rule. However, even with Claude dead, there is no telling what manner of poison he left in his wake. We must be careful not to expose any weakness.
Of course, though it seems we can now attack the kingdom without issue.
True. However, you should know that Lord Arundel has entered Deirdre. It would seem he has already started collecting the relics of the Old Alliance.
Let him do as he pleases for now. It's not yet the time to chide him.
Understood. As for the kingdom, as we theorized, it is not entirely united. If we defeat the royal family of House Blathed, and a handful of other notable houses, it should fall under our control quite readily. Those we must target include the houses Fraldarius, Galatea, Gautier, and Karen. We have allies who are close to some of those lords. Perhaps that can be used to our advantage. Persuasion by tears or threats. Perhaps one would consent to act as a hostage. We must make good use of the tools given to us.
What about House Rowe in Aryan Road, the fortress city? Will they not side with us?
The head of House Fraldarius, Lord Rodrigue, has entered the city. It is possible that he has seized it.
I see. Then it might prove too difficult to strike Ferdiad right away.
Either way, when preparations are complete, we can begin our deployment into the kingdom.
That part of the plan remains unchanged. Professor, is something wrong?
Any of those names are new to me.
Yes, I don't imagine that you have much interest in a running list of noble names. But it matters not. The nobility and the weight of all those names will be gone once the war is over. This month, we must again put all of our effort into preparing for battle. I'm counting on you, my teacher.
Okay. Huh?
Professor, you didn't hear anything just now, did you?
That was a cute shriek.
Cute? Huh. Well, be that as it may, it is not your concern. It was nothing.
Really, very cute. I'm gonna antagonize her.
You seem to be trying your hardest to infuriate me.
Yep.
Don't you dare say that again. It's just, well, there was a rat. I don't enjoy the company of rats. I believe I've told you about this before, about when I was held captive beneath the palace. There were a lot of rats there. To this day, I just...
That.
What? Oh, Professor, leave here at once. I recall now that Hubert needs to speak with me. I must change my clothes. Now, whatever you do, don't look this way.
I already saw it.
Then forget what you saw. That's an order.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, what do we got working with? Oh my god. 3, that's one battle, 1, 2. Well, it's gonna take care of the 15th and the 22nd, so... We'll see what happens. Hang on. Oh, I have at least 2 months on those. Okay. So take a look around. Ooh, 25. Marianne?
Dear God, I wonder. Was there really no way to end it without fighting Claude?
Couldn't be helped.
You're probably right. I suppose the only thing I can do for him now is pray that he may rest in peace.
A moment, please.
Need something?
Okay, luck and charisma. Or XP. Go for the XP.
This one? You're all set.
Okay, we're almost done with these.
See you again soon.
Check the mailbox. I hate having to be sneaky and stay quiet when the enemy is in my line of sight. Not that I can't do it, but I don't think I'm cut out for ambushes and stuff like that. You can pack. You'll get better if you train. Some of these I can recall.
Professor,
And
I've been exploring the Holy Mausoleum. It's quite interesting in there. There is a mechanism I believe would allow us passage into the Holy Tomb, but I'm unclear on how to activate it. My research hasn't turned up much. It may come down to asking the Archbishop for details.
that's a puzzler.
Indeed. We'll see if it's worth the trouble.
Okay. Go up here, take care of this.
Professor, if the Alliance falls, then the kingdom will... There's no time to waste. If we hesitate, we risk losing the initiative. I do think we should let the troops rest, though. We must maintain morale, Professor. And let's make sure this matter stays between us. If it gets out, I'll struggle to forgive even you.
What's the matter?
It seems you don't comprehend the consequences of angering the Emperor.
I could take you down anytime I want, girl.
Claude, lost in battle. My goodness. Do you suppose this means the end of House Regan? While the crest of von Regan is not terribly rare, the long lineage of the von Regan family will be broken.
You should mourn his death.
Agreed, the poor boy.
Probably going to kill Dimitri too.
Hey, you.
Dorothea, girl.
The Leicester Alliance is no more. 300 years of history. Gone and done. They write operas about events like this, you know? I'm sure you'll be played by the most handsome actor of the time. Hearts will pound as he takes the stage. A diva will play 80. You'll fall madly in love, even if it isn't historically accurate.
Jeez, girl. That's all you care about is your operas. Scholar.
You must know this already. The former Fargus territory used to belong to the Empire. The Battle of Tailtean, where Nemesis was defeated, put Fargus under the Empire's control. Centuries later, a revolution sprung up in Fargus, and through the mediation of the Church, the kingdom gained independence. The ringleader of the revolt became the first king, Lug von Blaidd. The Blaithids, the royal family of Fargus, are directly descended from Lug, who was also known as the King of Lions. If you look at it from the point of view of the Empire, the kingdom is just a bunch of traitors.
One way of looking at it. Start here, work my way up.
Unbelievable. The Alliance is just gone. It's hard to believe. The merchants of Deirdre all have nerves of steel. I'm sure they'll be up and running again in no time. Hey, how about a favor?
Find the secret thingy that Anna's looking for. Okay.
Say now. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. You may already know this, but the Kingdom and the Alliance were once a single entity. The leaders of the Alliance, House Regan, are actually a branch of the Blaidd royal family. In a way, it's just a battle of the part of the Blaidd family tree that rose in rebellion against the Empire.
Doesn't seem to be much unrest in the former Alliance territories, perhaps thanks to Count Burgley's strength. That said, General Randolph is the head of one of the branches of House Burgley's. It was once difficult for someone from a branch family to get ahead in life. But under Her Majesty, anyone who accomplishes great deeds during the war will see more success than they could have ever imagined.
I'm gonna need some fish. Some bait.
Hey, welcome. Come again.
Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes?
I'll do that on my own time, though.
This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you.
Okay.
Return soon, please.
But hang on,
Hello
I gotta
there.
sell something. Not to you.
Return soon, please.
Welcome. This one?
Thank you.
Or I picked up some bullion. Guess I'm mistaken.
Please come again.
Thoughts?
Say now.
Quest up here from somebody.
Can you help me?
Sure.
War isn't kind to you if you're a recluse. By the time you realize what's going on, you're already under attack. And if you're off by yourself, you can get killed with no one ever even finding out.
Sounds like you're learning.
Got me out of my room at least. That's good, right?
While the battle with the Alliance is over, we still need to stay vigilant. Both the Church and the Kingdom are not to be taken lightly. I have a feeling we'll draw their attention soon. Weapon prep and training are of the utmost importance, now more than ever.
What? King Dimitri of Fargus possesses superhuman strength. I heard he can lift a horse with a single hand. I wonder if it's true.
Someone's been embellishing.
Maybe.
Let me see.
My father is holding Aryan Road secure. Our next battle will be there, against him. Or in Ferdiad, which the king is protecting.
Counting on you.
You just worry about yourself.
Hey there. Finally, the kingdom. After that, we'll battle the church. I volunteered for monastery guard duty. It was more for my family than anything. But now, from the bottom of my heart, I want to see Her Majesty ruling this land. Even if it costs me my life, I will protect Garreg Mach.
Don't overdo it.
Definitely.
Ritza?
Neither the Emperor nor the Empire have my allegiance. It is all simply part of the agreement. There is no other reason for me to be here.
Yes. Buy that. Really? Sure. Sure. Why not?
Okay.
You know what? Let's make someone to go out. Okay. Specialties. What do I have an abundance of that I can hopefully get rid of? You know, we're not using it. On location. Right? Yes, here is fine. And send off.
How about this? They call Lord Rodrigue, who's defending Aryan Road, the Shield of Fargus. He used to be on friendly terms with Dimitri's father, the former king. There's no chance that he'll surrender to us.
Oh, it's up here. Go open the shop and see what she has for sale.
Unbelievable. Appreciate it. Welcome.
Master Seals. Nine. What is that? I'm not good with numbers. can afford it. Well, say goodbye to my money.
Is that the one?
Oh, no, 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 no.
Is that
Come
the
on.
one? Thanks a bunch. Is
Guys.
that the one?
I really want to just
Is that the one? Is that the one?
buy this.
Thanks a bunch.
Defense.
Thanks a bunch. Is that the one?
Speed.
Thanks a bunch. Is that the one?
Dex.
Thanks a bunch.
And
Is
HP.
that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one?
Guess we can buy
Thanks
these.
a bunch. Come back soon.
Or trade. Petra. He needs all this stuff. We have 5 master seals, so we can try and get our people up.
Deirdre's fallen. The Alliance nobles have surrendered to the Empire. We made it through with as few losses as possible. Not bad, all things considered. But I doubt it'll be so easy to deal with Fargus. Right.
I can't believe it. To think, I saw the end of the Leicester Alliance with my own eyes. I witnessed a turning point in the history of my homeland. I'm not sure how to express my feelings right now.
Why not paint a picture?
That's right. I'll paint it. The fall of Deirdre, so that posterity can remember our triumph.
Your next opponents will be the Kingdom's army and the Knights of Saros. Both fearsome foes. Put the mobility of my troops to good use, and let us protect the Kingdom's western battlefront. When this month has ended, I'll depart. I pray that you have good luck in battle.
Where are you going?
The main body of the Imperial Army is moving to the western region of the former Alliance territory to attack the Kingdom. The time when victory or defeat will be decided between us and the Kingdom is close at hand.
Okay. Randolph has a big appetite. It does a heart good to see him. And he's handsome too. Compared to him, Hubert is... Forget I said anything. We may be witnessing a key moment in history. Hundreds of years from now, your name and Edelgard's will be written in the history books, Professor.
That's a little embarrassing.
What? How? I think it's just amazing. I wonder who will decide whether we did the right thing or not. Well, it won't be us anyway. Probably the people of a future era.
Okay, so.
Okay. Very good. Our Emperor mercilessly cuts down all those who stand in her way. Even the Master Tactician.
X. Defense.
my secret.
Okay. Where to next? South. Hey, Petra.
The kingdom always is cold. I have hatred for the cold. Bridget is not cold. We have no cold spirit. Does the goddess of Fodlan give protection from the cold? I am wishing I knew how to ask her.
She doesn't like the cold.
Oh, Claude. It's too late now, but it's such a shame. You'll be fighting the kingdom next, right? Then the church? I guess Edelgard won't hesitate to cut Dimitri and Lady Rhea down.
Sorry. Hey, boobs.
General Ladislava is really popular among the citizens of the Empire. If I remember correctly, the Emperor herself has recognized her genius and made her a general. Despite her considerable talent, she never puts on airs. And she's beautiful, too. She's even known as the Scarlet Warrior.
Oh, she's gonna die, isn't she? Now what happens in movies and TV shows if you are hyping up someone as the biggest, baddest, greatest of all time, they get cut down in the next scene.
What about this?
It goes without saying, but Garreg Mach is the most important sacred place to the Church of Seiros. The Knights of Seiros will try to get this place back by any means necessary. I don't think they're going to stay in the kingdom capital forever. We should stay vigilant.
It seems all that praise of Claude's ingenuity was largely unfounded. A truly clever man would have realized defeat was inevitable and surrendered. Or failing that, he could have rallied the Alliance nobles to secure a real fighting chance. I regret missing my only opportunity to tell him so.
Did you meet my father in Deirdre? I guess he'll be responsible for controlling the Regan territory and maintaining popular support. Not really sure what all that means, though.
It doesn't matter.
Are you sure? I figured you'd say something about me having to study more. Oh, I get it. This is a test. I'm definitely gonna have to brush up.
The majority is with us. This conflict will end soon. I am so moved by the Alliance nobles' decision. That is true nobility, acting in accordance with the people's needs and wishes. As war drags on, those living near the front lines inevitably get the worst of it. We will not see such a peaceful resolution in Fargus, I am afraid, as it is ruled by the royal family, not a council of nobles.
Almost there. Got everybody to talk to. Gibby?
Claude von Regan. What an interesting character. Underneath that compassionate exterior, he was always cold and calculating. Ordinary fools run headlong into combat without even considering the possibility of defeat. But to consider one's chances and to prepare for plans to go awry, that takes real intelligence. I have to say, I am impressed beyond words.
You? Impressed? Can't wait to put a knife in my back, can you?
The battle ended without House Ordelia getting involved. Although, I've no desire to continue on with my family. So from here on out, it's up to Edelgard. I have Claude to thank. Ultimately, this ended without the Alliance being entirely consumed by this war. It's all thanks to Claude.
Here, thanks to Claude. Not anyone else. Whatever.
Professor, the worst part about going into battle is knowing you might have a friend fighting for the other side. You were a mercenary, Professor. Were you always prepared for that?
I still hesitate.
That's reassuring. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. Fighting old friends, there's nothing worse. My hands shake just thinking about it. I didn't want Claude to die. Does that make me soft?
No, it makes you human.
How about this?
Oop, something's up top.
Yes. I just wanted to help out my brother Randolph, so I aspired to be a soldier. My brother puts his life on the line to fight, so I'll put everything I have into it too. Eventually, the enemy will attack, and when they do, we'll defend this place to the bitter end.
I've lived at Garrigmock Monastery for a few decades now. Still, the other day I got myself all turned around. There are so many secret rooms and hidden passages. Maybe I'll take the time to properly search the place. Care to join me? I expect it'd take a whole day.
Maybe later.
First Lester, and next Fargus? That'll be really tough. Look, Professor, fighting Fargus? Isn't there some way we can come to an understanding?
Maybe.
Yeah, but Edelgard and her idiot sidekick haven't shown much desire to compromise, have they? Truthfully, I hate the idea of planning to kill people I used to be so close with. I guess everybody feels that way, though.
But you shouldn't have joined my team.
You know as well as I do the day's coming that we'll have to fight the Archbishop and her knights. We've got some strong fighters here, sure. But even with all our training, I don't know if we can win. I just don't see how any of us can compete with the Archbishop, say, turning into a monster.
Sometimes it's better to retreat.
That's exactly what I was just saying. I've always appreciated how you listened to me.
Give her head pats. Bow tournament, huh? Level 33 or higher. I don't have anyone that high. Okay, let's go up here, grab this thing. And we'll do all the supports and move on. How's this? Huh. Not sure what that place is, but okay.
Nice job.
Okay. Let us do our supports.
Your Majesty, might I have a moment of your time?
Yes, of course. Unless you're not planning yet another magical exhibition, are you? Knowing you, it seems a safe bet. I can't imagine what else it could be. I already promised to help you revive House Nouvelle. If our campaign continues as it has, we'll soon prevail. There's no need to keep inventing spells.
I don't doubt that your majesty has things well in hand when it comes to the war. Yet why should I allow that to deter me from achieving my ultimate satisfaction? As the scion of proud House Nouvelle, I shall bring about my grand achievement before my house is restored. On that, you may rely.
You have a strong will and a strong mind. You do not consider yourself above concerted effort either. Even during wartime, you trust your own ability to fight and survive. You're ever focused on the future and on the actions necessary to realize it.
Where is this coming from? If there's an angle to be played with this praise, it eludes me.
I was only speaking the truth. I find your efforts to be admirable.
Your words are sweet. And yet...
Yes? Please, go on.
Forgive me, Your Majesty, but you promised that House Nouvelle would be restored. Yet you work toward a future with no place for the noble houses of old. Granted, in your unified Fodlan, the acting lord for each territory will come from noble stock. But in the long term, your system will replace the nobility. Our role will change significantly.
That's exactly right. There will no longer be lords who inherently rule over a particular territory. Instead, nobles will act as government officials, working for the people in exchange for a salary. Officials will be selected from the general populace as well, bringing an end to the very concept of social standing. All will rise and fall by their own merits.
And it is for those reasons that I continue my magical research. Even if nobility ceases to exist as a concept, the meritorious spellcraft displayed by House Nouvelle shall make us a household name.
I must admit, your words strike a chord. I find myself oddly moved by your proclamation.
So you see, Your Majesty, the fortunes of my house dovetail nicely with your plans. The road on which you stride courageously forward leads to my own bright future.
I too believe that the future you wish for can be found at the end of this path we're cutting.
Splendid! Oh, amid all this talk, I neglected to present my demonstration. Sit back as I, Constance von Nouvelle, display the never-duplicated Nouvelle style of spellcraft.
About that. Another time, yes? I have much to do elsewhere.
No, wait! There's no time like the present! Why, it shan't take more than an hour or two.
Oh, poor Edelgard. Oh, these two. I like these two.
A little more crimson, maybe?
May I suggest vermilion instead?
Vermilion? I know! I see it! You don't have to say it! I've got no talent at all!
I said nothing about your talent. I simply suggested vermilion over crimson. Do you know vermilion? It's just a softer shade of crimson. I believe it would... Oh, forget it. This is your artistic vision and I am but a meddler. I am going to read my book and leave you to your art.
No! It's fine. Say what you want to say. It's good advice. I'll use vermilion. Thank you.
Well, I'd best be heading back.
Phew! Finally done! I think.
All finished?
Please, don't look at it!
Everything looks a bit faded, doesn't it? Ironically, crimson may have been a better choice after all. The sense of distance on the petals is a little strange. Perhaps you should pay closer attention to such details as you paint. A preliminary sketch would do wonders. Still, forget my pedantic comments. You really do have potential. Bernadetta?
Idiot! Hopeless! Waste of charm! Just burn the whole thing, Bernie! Break your stupid brushes and never paint again!
Huh. Perhaps I should have kept my thoughts to myself.
Oh, she's hopeless. She really is. Oh no, I got plenty of stuff to do here. Okay, so get over to the shop. This one up.
Oh, I love this meal. I think I like this.
Ooh, this is my favorite. This is my absolute favorite.
What else we got? Just Constance. Petra and Balthus. Cool.
My favorite meal at my favorite cost. Free.
I would be liking that greatly.
Just Constance, huh?
Oh, exquisite! I like this dish.
Okay, I got everybody maxed out again. I guess I can end it here. I'll do the fishing stuff and what I get from that.
Professor!
So guys, thank you for watching. Hey, look at that. We have a shorter video today. Alright. Anyway, for watching, and I'll see you next time.